Ready?
Sure. Wait, let me just see where everything is. I wish I could see with these glasses. I can't see with these glasses. Okay. Oh, and then I put you as game of the week, Jakey. I think the one versus. I think there's several games of the week, but I think that's. I think there's like 3 games of the week and 3 Phuket matchups. In my opinion.
The watchable,
Okay,
the barely.
Yeah. Okay. Take it away, Sledge. HFFL! And you know Mashiach Minshew is watching. He's watching. Can't stand the beginning song. But I'll tell you, he's got to be feeling good in the top 3. Mashiach Minshew. It's like a Shehecheyanu. I'm very happy for this team. Very happy for the whole league, actually. So much parity. It remains parity, parity, parity. That's what it is. I mean, I know there's one juggernaut around here, and it's JB. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody, I think, has a shot. I really, really do. You know, from before the season came about, Trader Irv had the best guess. I know there's a lot of metrics to it, etc. But still don't sleep on this team. And we'll get into that for sure. We got Crybaby here to my left.
0-2.
I'll tell you. Jakey DeWeck on the other side of the glass. What's happening, man? You must be giddy gumdrops. Crazy. Taking us into the wee hours at the lair. It's really great temperature, great atmosphere. We have our own homemade computer. Can you show everybody the computer, please? Dude, Ogre built this. Built it with his bare hands. That's what we're on. Just very tech savvy. It's an honor to be at the lair with everybody, bringing us into week 3, recapping week 2. Tons of storylines. But I think the major storyline has to be just like Fantasy Pros and Roto World and NBC Sports App and all the bullshit. Injuries. Which leads us to waiver wire. But Jay, tell me, has anybody sustained a blow so crazy that they can't recover?
So the closest guy to that has to be Mike C.
Angry Aaron
wasn't playing that great to begin with, but out for the year, and we all anticipated a little bit of a bounce back for him. I thought, I think I called him 11 or 12 last week. So losing a guy like that, a clear bona fide RB1 is huge. And then on top of that, he lost his quarterback for at least a week, if not longer. He had issues with Galladay from the beginning. He has never played for him yet. Let's see if he plays. We're still not sure. His team is pretty ravaged right now. But he's still, he has Calvin Ridley, who's been really, piecing it together for him, keeping it together, keeping the team together. And he made a lot of pickups 2 weeks ago. I actually texted Mike today. I said, did you forget wires with tonight? Because the guy's team was ravaged and he made no waiver pickups. All he did was like Agent Ogre moves at 7:05 in the morning. I was like, what did you forget? That Nick Mullins was still there. He had nobody to start.
What was his response?
I got outbid on everybody. You can't get outbid on everybody.
Right.
You need players. You
Because
picked up 32 on him last week, right? And now he put up a goose egg. He's just started this week, which is crazy.
Go figure, man. Naheem Heinze. Go figure there. You spend all that time. He gets look after look after look in week 1, and then week 2 comes, and the guy's got one tote. Not even one tote. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know if they gave him a look. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, he's that's this week, which is his only saving grace. But you can't end up with Jeff Wilson and DeAndre Swift as your free agent pickups when you lost Saquon Barkley that week. So that was disappointing to see out of Mike. But
just so that I could rhyme something, I might have gotten in his head last night, fresh off of a bris, Joey Zolta's bris in Idaho, and we were briefly discussing the waiver wire, and who knows if it's classic misdirection or if it's real honesty here. But I told him, dude, I'm really not gonna spend because I remember taking myself back to last year. There were guys on the waiver wire that I didn't have money to get, and I needed my fucking money. You know, I needed my floos. So I said, I'm not, no matter what, don't get Chemyan here on the fill-in RBs for 4 weeks and all the guys. I hear. It might be Dibby, but it might have rubbed off on Mike C, and he just, got in his head a little, and he's like, no, I'm not going to bid. Could be. Influenced by the show.
Burrow, good strategy. For angry Aaron,
You gotta make a move. Panic for angry Aaron. Tell me.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Coming off last week's points leader, like I said, he still has, Ridley, who's the number 1 receiver in the league.
Ready. I hear. Crazy.
Mixon, who I told him today, my worst player. I cannot stand Joe Mixon, but he can put up points eventually. He usually waits till you're out of the playoff race in week 10 and ends up finishing as RB9, so that he gets, people pay too much for him next year. But he does have Galladay coming back, so he has, Calvin Ridley and Galladay I like. AJ Green, not a starter anymore at this point. I mean, I'd be nervous to start him. Let's see what happens. He's making Burrow look bad. But Rodgers also has been, Aaron Rodgers from 2017.
I think he continues to light it up, though. I think Aaron is here to stay. QB1, top 10. I don't think he's in the top 5. You think he's in the top 5? Wow.
Top 5. Yeah. No, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think Mike was able to go back to the well the way that Zeke keeps trying to with his running backs from 2016 to 19. And you saw Zeke made another one of those classic Zeke Devontae Freeman pickups.
Sure.
Literally good season since 2017. Saquon Barkley wasn't good behind that line, but Zeke decided he's worth $35. That's the Matthews for you. So
the story of Mike C to date here for the young season is week 1 points leader, week 2 I think was the bottom feeder possibly. So a tale 2 teams. Let's see which team shows up week 3. I think he has more fits, more hassles, but we'll go to our next segment there when we're picking. But that's where we are now, a tale of 2 different weeks. Sucking Mike C's dick last week, clearly not going to suck his dick this week. I'll tell you that much. In trouble, definitely in trouble.
Come on, Dan.
What?
You're always going to suck Mike C's dick.
I hear. But I'll tell you, you know who I don't give enough head to? It's Mashiach Minshew, and they're my spotlight. They're my spotlight this year, bucking the trend. They legit look strong up and down. Dude, points from the bench, everything. How could you not be excited? Crazy. You can watch Lamari Jackson and Mark Andrews' connection. It's crazy. But all he does is throw it to Mark Andrews.
Two touchdowns a game. It's unbelievable.
Mostert, he took it on the chin a little there, but doesn't look like a lingering type of injury, or maybe a couple of weeks. We'll give it 2 weeks, worst case scenario, but then he's back. A.J. Brown also took a little bug. He got Russell Gage for $7. Dibbo Dano put only $4 there, but I truthfully, Jakey and Ogre, I didn't want him. I can't now have Hayden Hursty and Russell Gage. They're the 3rd and 4th options on the fucking team. It's going to be Julio and Ridley. I don't need I have enough eggs in the Falcons basket.
You can never have enough eggs in the Falcons basket, but I hear what you're saying. But I mean, I keep looking. That's why he's my Super Bowl pick. This team, I think they're going to win the championship. The way his team is, if you take a look, they're just so deep. AJ Brown's been terrible, and we know he's a great player. So he's going to explode at some point. Exactly. And then he was able to just slot in Corey Davis, great pickup. You have Metcalf, who is a bona fide one.
He's a 1-1-1. Absolutely.
So he's got Metcalf there. Chubb clearly getting the ball in the goal line situations. Also, we were worried about him last week. I'm still concerned that he's not going to be, Nick Chubb that we anticipated top 3 back, but he's still going to be up there in the top 10. Andrews could play. His team is fantastic, and Minshew is the real deal right now. The guy doesn't stop throwing the ball.
Yeah, and he was the real deal last year also. He's the quintessential QB2. I think guys that have, the guy that reminds me of Minshew the most is Herbert. I think Herbert really, that was a very high quality pickup by Trader Irv. I think Trader Irv got him for $35, if I'm not mistaken. Very good pickup. He's going to slot in and be better than Burrow.
I'm not going to call anything Irv does high quality at this point. This guy's team is atrocious. It's complete garbage right now. I don't know what's going on. No, I think he has the potential to turn it around. But what's going on with that team? It's really, It is crazy. Every time I look at him and Nay, and I'm like, these guys cannot buy a point. Just side point. I don't know. Just jumped into my head there. But anyway, so just going back to the pickups here. What did you think, Dan? Was the top pickup?
I think there's a lot of sneaky pickups, but I think the top pickup for me is Jerick McKinnon. I think he's really going to have a very busy day on Sunday. I think the rougher pickup's probably the Mike Davis pickup, because I know the duration is longer for a C-Mac, but I don't really think Mike Davis is so fucking good. I don't.
He caught a lot of passes after C-Mac went out. Yeah, a lot of passes. A little.
Nay knows what he's doing. Nay knows what he's doing.
Doesn't show the receptions.
Nay's having a really hard time. He had a rough draft, and he's trying to piece it together now, but he's usually good in season. So I think Mike Davis is going to be better than we think. It's just like you said, I don't know how long that is. I agree with what you said about McKinnon. I texted Isaac today. I said, I think he did really well on the waiver, on the wire here. McKinnon, I think, is going to be huge for him, because even with Mostert there, he was fantasy relevant. And then I think Cooks, we don't know what's going on with Fuller. What's going on with Fuller? Oh, and you said it perfectly from earlier on, where you mentioned to me about Watson. Watson right now, they played two very tough teams, two best teams in the league. So Cooks maybe got off to a slow start, but once he starts playing these faker defenses, I think he's really going to build a. I think Isaac, as usual, did really well on the waiver wire too. Spends a lot of money.
Talk about a great in-game manager. The guy sitting in the 2, and he really did an unbelievable job with Cam. That Cam Newton pick was just tremendous, and he's doing his thing. He's managing his thing, and the smartest thing Mari Mala ever did, aside from whatever where he's at, but is partnering up with Isaac Cohen, because that's just. He's an unbelievable manager, and fuck him, but it is what it is. I think the crummiest pickup's Devontae Freeman. That's what I think the crummiest pickup is.
Yeah.
But let me tell you another thing. Whenever I was very tempted to go all in on NDD. I had a $7 slot in there, and I told myself, Daniel, you told yourself we're not gonna mix and match up defenses. Defense is so haphazard, you really can't predict it. One week they're swarming, the next week they're Swiss cheese. So you just gotta play the law of averages here and whatever. I think the Jets might be able to score some points on this ND team. I don't know. I don't know.
I put some money on them. I thought it was a good pickup there. But I don't know. Like you said, I don't know how much it's worth. How many you spend $10 a week on defense? Is that the best way to spend your money? I don't know about that. Or you could do what Olga did last week, which was pick up a Baltimore defense that we all just freaking forgot about. Here, I think we just were all so shocked that drop happened. So,
yeah. Can we go?
What kind of nonsense was that Jack Cohen debacle today? I'm done with this guy. I will not add him to the chat ever again. I'm finished. You can't come on for 30 seconds. Run your mouth for a few seconds, tell us what we're doing wrong, and then all of a sudden you leave. I know you love him, Dan, but that was nonsense. I wasn't a fan of that.
I like the post. The post I have no problem with. But once you go into the chat, there's no such thing as I have too many chats. Bro, you don't have to answer anything, So I mean, it's coming in. Next, that really hurt my feelings there, Jack Joko. I feel like we're good enough to be, in the chat. You're in the gears. Let's go. And I really thought it was a ruffling of Kaskizi's feathers, but Kaskizi has turned the corner, and he was okay with JC being in the chat. JC just really didn't want to be in the chat. So, is what it is.
He realized, he's not a stupid guy. He plays things off well. That was the first time I've ever seen his feathers ruffle. That night. Yeah. And I think he vowed never to let that happen again. He's not going to let us see that side of him ever again. Yeah. I'll never forget the moment. But
he adapted. He anticipated now the next time my feathers are going to be ruffled, and he's adjusted now accordingly.
He's too good to let that happen again. We all know that.
So props. So just getting back to Ed Arani's team, we're going back to Ed Arani and Sam Cheer's team. Great team, deep team. The question is, Are they going to make a trade that fucks it up? Are they going to go for the gusto? Do they need another piece, etc.? Are they going to stay healthy? A lot of all these questions, but a true contender is Mashiach Minshew, and it's great to see. It's exciting. Fresh blood in the jackpot. Good stuff. The Zach Moss thing also is tremendous. The guy's going to end up beating out Devin Singletary, you know?
Yeah. It's
crazy.
Yeah,
He's got options everywhere.
Let's go through last week's.
Yes, let's go through
matchup.
last week's matchups plus
Our picks.
Our picks.
Our picks. All right, let's start with the top, I guess.
So Rojo Mojo against the Ogres. Kaskizi wins handily. Really took it to him. All his guys showed up, with the lowest guy being a 5 with Goddard. Everybody else just really did their job and went crazy. On that matchup,
No one picked DK.
nobody picked DK. Dano picked Ogre, and Jakey picked Ogre. So both 0-1 there. Crazy. DK needs a little bit more respect.
This fucking team, ridiculous.
Crazy. Throwing up a 180.
This was
The
an easy one.
77 out of his QBs was just too much. Do you think that you guys could sustain Ogre? I'll send it to you. Do you think JB could sustain the top QB tandem, this 70 plus from his QBs week in, week out?
70 plus, I don't know. Like, I would go 55, 60.
Yeah. It's
55,
crazy.
60, which is amazing.
Combined
Yeah.
for 60 is crazy.
2 top 5 QBs right there.
Crazy.
That was an easy one. We both nailed that one.
Yeah, that we both nailed. So 1-1, 1-0, 0-1 because you couldn't pick. This is another one where we really had to eat our words. I think nobody picked Allo. It's time to take notice of Allo.
Yeah.
Everybody ripped him after the draft. Also, Kyler's coming to fruition. That QB2 here with Baker or Tanny. I think the trade he made today with Zeke, I think really benefited both parties because I think Tanny's the better option than Mayfield. I really do believe that, and I think Tanny's on a better team and could really put up some points. So he downgraded there on QB2, but the way he sees it, Mayfield could piece it together there, and he gets a ton of depth with Diggsy. So I think it's a huge trade, and then Zeke got what he needed, I think, at QB also.
Yeah, we all whiffed on that one.
During the draft, you know, Zeke kept talking about his QB2, how he was set with Tua for $1. It was like he said it at that. I don't know what the guy was thinking. But like, he's not the starter, Zeke, for some reason.
Still hasn't.
You know, to Zeke's mind, which I'd love to just pay a visit to that mind of his for a few minutes. But in Zeke's mind, this guy was the starter, and he was going to ride him to the championship. We thought he was like Burrow. I don't know what he was thinking. And he paid for it because really, you know, I think he also thinks he sold high on Diggs, but I don't think Diggs is slowed down. I mean, that was one of the main reasons of Josh Allen. Diggs is a field stretcher. He's runs fast down the field like whatever, and same as John Brown. So you have two guys. They're both going to be good.
He really is some player. And Al has decisions to make at the receiving core. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he moves away from brand names and T.Y. Hilton finds himself on the bench, you know, because I like Jarvis, Landry, you know, some weeks when the matchups should strike, Tyler Boydie, hella good, you know, and then you have Diggsy, you know. T.Y. is not really exciting me to stretch the field when Phillip Rivers can't get it to him down there. So, I wouldn't be surprised 3-4 weeks down the road, you know, to not see T.Y. in his lineup even.
Allo could use the flex. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Allo could use the flex.
Yeah, absolutely. A deep team. A very deep team. Kareem Hunt even, like, Kareem Hunt, Jacob, everybody on his team is startable, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. So...
For sure, but what I think tidbit, Allo is in the bottom 6, bottom half in points scored, though. So we slept on him a little bit, but also, you know, he is right now. He's there. I think Diggs made his team, like you said, much better. Like I looked at his team this week. I'm like, okay, I'm nervous. It's not like Eshab where I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, we play Eshab cakewalk. It's Allo.
I think a sneaky gas also for this team, in my opinion, is how good is that he's gonna need to rely on his RBs a bit, and I wonder if they'll always be there for him. You know, I'm a little, you know, the fact that he has Karimi is a huge thing. You know, he has that depth, so he doesn't really have to rely on a Kenyan. You know, but let's see this. The Cardinals are 2-0 and a very good football team. So you know, let's really see what happens. He's definitely gonna compete. He's definitely gonna contend. Excuse me. He's definitely gonna contend. And I think he's a top 6 team for sure in this league.
Yeah, John Smith, I think, is the difference maker for him. If John keeps playing well, this team is a top 5 team.
What a
If
tight end matchup this was.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell of a tight end matchup. Who do we have with the picks? Oh, we said we all picked Mike C, and we all got the floors wiped with us.
Dan versus Nate A. What do we do? I chose Dan, and Jake, you chose Nate A.
Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Eating my words.
Crazy. This was a situation where I'm just kind of gonna go how my RBs go, you know, and Burrow's not gonna give it 27. It's gonna be very, very tough these days. And my QB2, I'm very, very nervous about QB2 for me. You know, it's just the Bengals aren't a good team. That's why you were nervous about Joe Mixon. That's why you're nervous about AJ Green. You're nervous about Bengals. They suck. You know,
But
he
they
throws the
put
ball
up points.
61
They
times
put up points.
and for 5.2 yards per throw. You know, not fun.
3 touchdowns, he's going to get the volume. He'll be good.
Let's see week against Philly. The schedule's not that tough. He seems to be a great player, in my opinion. I mean, watching him. I think he's a great 2. He's a fun 2 to watch. Have also on the team.
He's a fun 2.
And, I think Taylor is just. I mean, how early he became the starter there, and what he looks like. I think this is one of the best 1-2 running backs we've seen in a while. So. That really helped your team, and you know it when you spent the money on him. So, I don't know. I think you had a great team. I don't know I think we should focus on Nay for a minute. I mean, last week Nay had a good week because Devontae put up like a 60.
Sure.
This week Devontae 4.5. Okay, and he broke 100. So say Devontae even put up 25.
Okay.
He'd be out of there at 120. I don't know where the points are coming from with this team. You know, like even with the injury, like okay, so what happened? So he had to start Rex Burkhead. I don't think White would have been that much. What is White good for? 12?
Yeah,
you know,
12.
So
yeah.
The points are coming from on this team. Even when Drew Lock was in there, I mean, I don't know. Zeke, I guess he's got to really. Every guy's got to really hit in order for him to put up one of those like 150, 160 weeks.
I mean, you have a team that scored 40 points. Zeke's team scored 40 points, and the guy had an 18. You know? That's tough to take, you know. Zeke's got to break a 20 to 22, 23 there, you know. But 5 points here, 6 points there, etc. All of a sudden, and the 21 points there, all of a sudden he has a 135. Can you win football games like that?
Dak's not going to have 3 rushing touchdowns, every week. That was crazy.
Right.
Oh,
But yeah, whatever. But I think I think this team is in the bottom 6 here, you know. And I think he's gonna. It's gonna get worse before it gets better for plotters, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel? Slot Edelman in now. That's crazy.
How do I not start Julian Edelman? By the way, if I start Julian Edelman, I beat you by 1 point on a 181.5.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Big if.
Yeah, it's stupid to even play that type of game. But I had him in my lineup, and then like a dib on Rosh Hashanah. I was a little drunk, and I was like, Sammy Watt's is going to catch lightning in a bottle, so I fucking switched it. But like Mike C says, anytime you start Sammy Watkins, he will let you down. He will. He sucks. He's
the best bench player I've ever seen.
Correct. Going to Minshew versus Trader Irv, it just continues to get worse and worse for Irv. It just goes, like, why though? Why? Because when you look at it, his receivers all just aren't. Keenan Allen was a question mark. He's not explosive right now. Stock down on all of them. Stock down on all of them. Gallup, Keenan, and A-Rob. Stock down on all.
Yeah.
A-Rob with Trubisky and doesn't want to be there. That was big news coming out. Wants to be traded. Keenan Allen, they said from the beginning, without Rivers, what's he going to be? I thought he was a great pickup. I guess, I was wrong. And Gallup, we all said he could be the second option.
I mean, you weren't wrong though. This is week to week. We'll see how Keenan fares to this point. Yeah.
I thought he wouldn't have any lapse at all playing Rivers. So there's a lapse. Now, will he make that up? I think he could definitely make that up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm Irv, like I'm not dropping Gallup. You know what I mean? Like it's still Gallup. Michael Gallup's got a chance. I think he also has Lamb. So do you swap in Lamb? Now, he's got that decision every week. So that's a tough one too. But no, he's got to make some things happen here. And his biggest disappointment is Derrick Henry, who DK called it. The guy doesn't play well until it's freezing.
It's great. But he started over the 16.5. You know, he had 31 for 116. You're right. It was shit. It was like 3 yards a carry. But, you know, he still pieced together 16.5 and an 8. He needs that 20 plus for sure.
$47, you need more than a 16.5 and an 8.
Yep.
That's all.
Absolutely. Miles Sanders actually stepped up for him also here. Evan Ingram, not bad. Daniel Jones is just, I had him I traded for him last year. He's just not ready. He's just not good yet, you know? He makes shitty decision after shitty decision, and it's no good. It's just no good. You can't give a 6 here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then and then we got this guy Koo, this kicker who's unbelievable, and he, his defense. Latavius, CD Lamb, Madison. He has a lot of handcuffs, you know? If one of these guys go down, if Dalvini or Alvin go down, this guy's, picking shit, you know?
I've invested a lot of handcuffs and picked all the wrong ones.
Right. Everybody got hurt so far except these guys. So deep. You think... Go ahead.
Yeah, so you chose Minshew, and Jakey chose Minshew, and I chose Irv. The second I chose Irv, I knew it was a mistake. The second I chose, I was like, what am I doing?
Minshew does it. Minshew takes it. With Mark Andrews putting up a 2.5 even, this team is dangerous. They had an off week and still threw up a 135.5, you know? So, crazy. Ow! We try. We got to be informative too, Mike C. You know?
We're going big time.
Right.
Strictly NFL.
Call in, we'll DAC, you know? And then we got Matthews's and usual suspects.
Jakey chose Matthews's. I don't know why.
And I got suspects?
Yeah,
you got suspects.
We both got suspects.
These guys really just money. The McLaurin pickup is unreal. Stafford and Newton. Newton's just carrying the load. They should definitely be switching Newton into the QB1. And, this team just does it all the time. They're facing a CMAC injury now for 4 to 6, but they picked up McKinnon, so they might be able to really piece this together here moving forward.
Okay. So I think Mike's giving us the pulse of the crowd here. We got very deep into the teams in week 1, and I think we all got into our analysis and we enjoyed it, but we're doing too much of that this week. We gotta back off a little bit and take that hat off, you know.
See if they'll join.
Yeah, but I don't have segments prepared. I don't know, you know.
All right, so at the end of the day, me and you 3 and 2, Jakey 1 and 4 on the picks.
Okay.
Let's dive into next week's matchups. Screw these guys. We'll do whatever the fuck we want.
No, I'd love to give segments, but I didn't really. I don't have the time to sit and do the gas.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for next week's show on Kippur with Alfred and Nabi Monday afternoon on Kippur. I love how they're. How do we drop that? How do we forget about the fact that it's Kippur? We're planning that show, but all good. Ooh, down goes Hillel. Ooh, okay, Dano.
Crazy.
Let's get Dan on the hot. What happened, Dan? Let's get Dan on the hot seat. Dano and Olga, both of you. What's Hillel? No Hillel.
I didn't send my kids to Hillel.
I feel like it was expected. No, yeah, it's gonna happen. 14 days, and then we're coming back to whatever. No.
This is the deal guy mentality. We'd be all panic. I don't know. I'm panicking right now.
No, but I'm saying there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. It's gonna happen, and it's brutal. It's brutal. I don't know. I got nothing else really prepared here.
Let's do week 3.
Week 3.
Make some week 3 predictions.
Yes, week 3. Yeah, 3. Ogre, usual suspects.
Let's get a little music on. Week 3.
Ogre and suspects. What are you thinking here, Jay?
I gotta go with suspects at this point.
Me too. Suspects. For sure. Ogre, I think you fall to 0-3. Not a good week for you at all.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be like real crazy ogre, psychopath ogre here?
No. I think I have a good team. I think I can bounce back.
What makes you think you have a good team? I think your receivers are very, very tough.
Yeah.
Only Tyreek, you know. But the Traquan Smith's a good pickup. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, John Brown's been putting up points. He's a top 12 receiver right now.
I love Josh Jacobs and I love Khaled Rotelea, you know.
The reason Carr could put up some cheap points. That's all it is.
I hear. But
My
you need
RBs are good also.
a W, man.
Yeah.
Quick, rapid response here, Olga. Comfortable with Brees for the rest of the season?
No, absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
Of course I am. He's fucking Drew Brees, best QB of all time. Go.
Okay. Point.
What?
Okay, Zeke. What a Zeke mentality that was right there.
He's in trouble. He's definitely in trouble.
Best QB of all time.
Okay.
Before we go, let's go to
Go down the line.
Ed Guy. No, because I want to say game of the week. Ed Guy versus Kaskisi, a battle within the K4. Crazy. What are you thinking here, Jay?
Fuck the K4. That's
I
what
hear.
I'm thinking.
I hear, but it's huge.
Was absolutely unnecessary comment.
It's huge. It's huge. There's just added juice, man.
Easy. I think somebody said this week that Carson Wentz has been the worst quarterback in the NFL so far over the first 2 weeks, and I happen to agree with that comment. I've been all over the shitting on Carson Wentz bandwagon for a while. I think Russell Wilson versus Dallas is going to be a lot of fun, and I think DK takes this one.
I think Ed Guy's a very desperate team here. I think trying to save his season. I think it's an amazing blow for blow. I think this might be one of the highest, the second highest scoring matchup of the week. And I think Ed Guy takes it at the end of the day. And the difference maker for me in this one is going to be Aaron Jones on Sunday Night Football.
I think Aaron Jones is the only one that's going to put up over 20 points for him. I don't know where his points come from. I don't even think his QB is going to put up over 20 points.
But Nook could put up some points. Julio could put up some points. Robert Woods could put up some points.
Julio is banged up.
I hear, but right. Okay, yeah, lingering hammy injury. I do hear that. Yeah, that's my prediction. My prediction is that it's blow for blow. I think it's very high. I don't think DK doesn't show up. I think he has a very, very good team, but I think the desperation of traded is just too much to overcome, and he edges him out, between 1 and 6 points.
I'm going to go with DK. I think his QB is going to blow them out of water.
Okay. Because of QB play. Okay.
QB play, strictly.
I like that.
Agreed.
Matthews is against Dano. Take it away, Olga.
I like Dano. I don't even have to look at this matchup at all. I like Dano.
In a question, huh?
No, I think all of Dano's players are stock up, and Matthews is just not doing anything. I think he's going to stay parallel to whatever the fuck he's doing, and I think your guys just stock up. I think they're going to explode.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah, I think Matthews picks up a little this week with having like Dan said, having Tannehill in the lineup, but I still starting Emmanuel Sanders after last week. I don't know. I gotta go with Dano. So let's do Dano.
Okay, and then in the Culture Fly matchup, you got Angry Aaron against Mashiach Minshew. Just such a sour puss, doesn't handle himself gracefully when he's losing. Just really nishech, not gonna throw in a kicker. You should Dak more. Oh, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
You should win more. Why don't you win a little? I think Mashiach Minshew just smokes the fuck out of this clown, and it's over for this guy. How about that? 1-2. Mashiach Minshew cruises to 3-0.
Could we do best bets so I could come back? As I said, this is blowout of the week. I say Mashiach Minshew wipes the floor with this guy. But the best point of the night, Mike wants Dax. That was a good Dax. This guy's the worst. You have to hear
Smother him!
I'm texting him about something. You having fun? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm having fun. You sucked. I'm having fun. You didn't pick up anybody. You're terrible. I don't know. I'm having fun. Yeah. Like you said, you won't even start a kicker. I don't know what he's doing here with this team. What? Suddenly you have nobody to drop? Please, you got plenty of guys to drop.
Plenty of droppable clowns on this squad. DeAndre Swift, droppable. Jeff Wilson Jr., droppable.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to show us that you projected a 112 or 111?
Yeah. Get over yourself.
You're not us with this 1047 with an empty slot, sorry.
Get him out of here. The Minshew.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy. Plotters, Trader Irv. This is Pucat matchup of the week, and I think I think Irv wins it. I think Irv definitely wins it. I think points are hard to come by for Plotters this week. And although, Devontae Parker's back, DJ Moore had a great week last week. I think, I don't know. I think his receivers and running backs might do something, but his quarterback play is just going to be pukey. I don't love Brady, and I sure as hell don't love Fitz. I think he has problems.
I actually like Naya because I don't like Irv's team. I don't think any of his guys are ready to do anything yet. Nay's team is it's all right, but I think Irv's team is just again stocked down.
I think it's a perfect week for Irv. I think he's gonna explode this week. It's gonna be a big week for him. Against Baltimore, he wants to show he's the best quarterback in the league. He's going to put up points. And you have, Miles Sanders against Cincinnati. Take a look at what the Cleveland running backs did last week against Cincinnati. This guy's going to do, put up some points. Derrick Henry, Minnesota, they suck. I'm watching this team for Thielen. That team sucks. That defense sucks. I think this is Irv's big week that he's going to need. And I think, it's early to say it, but if you have to write off a team, it's probably going to be the loser of this match is like the write-off team so far.
Wow.
Don't make preparation. Somebody's got to come out of here with a win, and whoever does, it's going to be big.
A critical week 3. You heard it there first. Just crazy. Let's see what happens. Storylines everywhere, but I think the most watched matchup of the week probably comes out of the 1 versus the 4. JB against Allo, earning game of the week honors this week. Dude, just points. I think it's the top scoring matchup of the week. I think at the end of the day, Allo gives Jakey all he can handle, but Jakey's just too much here. Godwin back. Deontay Johnson looks like a world beater. Thielen just catches everything in his direction. Not even the reason why he's going to win is his weakest part of his team is his receiving core. And just, again, going back to quarterback play and ground attack. I just think JB's just too much here, and he edges Allo out.
Still trying to decide who I think. Jakey, what do you got? Oh, Jakey's in this matchup. I want to go with Allo just because I want to make up some ground in this race.
Make up some ground, baby, but we're tied, so that could be a very, very different type of vibe. 3-2, 3-2, 1-4 so far. Cash prize goes to the winner overall for the season. So let's see what happens. We're not really going to be able to enjoy all of Sunday, but I think you get the 1 o'clocks and half the 4 o'clocks. Still some excitement. You could get up for Sunday for sure. Find a way to keep the TV on for Yom Kippur for the Camara gas, even though it's not going to fly. I don't think I'm going to do it at the end of the day. But you got it. No, Jakey?
The tough one. Kippur night's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna get yelled at in the chat for that comment. But
there it is already.
What do you say? Wherever it is, wherever it takes you, good luck in week 3, and take it home, man. Take it home.